Antahkarana. Many of us are aware that we have a thinking mind. This mind discerns right from wrong, left from right, and good from the bad. Many of us also experience the conflict that over-association with this mind brings. Frustration, anger, resentment, and pain. It is understandable and somewhat expected when this mind works in duality. It is this mind that creates division, experiences reactivity, and participates in the physical fight. We are all also somewhat aware that we have access to higher mind, a mind that knows interconnectedness, wholeness, content, harmony, and peace. This mind is connected to a higher realm and expresses the Buddhic and Christ principles. When this mind is active, no judgment is made, love is always given, and peace is felt even in chaos. As humans, we seek the feelings that come from tapping into higher mind, but we look for them in our external environment. It is usually this that causes us to experience so much conflict. We think material desires or other people believing the same things we believe will make us happy. That at which we search for exists in our very own faculty, the higher mind. It is just waiting for a connection, but the lower mind, or ego, seems to dominate our experience. This causes us to repeatedly exhibit behaviors that oppose that of which we seek. In the drawing of today's card, your attention is pulled to the higher and lower mind. A communication channel can be built, a channel that connects the mind that we typically function from, the lower mind, to an all-loving and all-wise source, the higher mind. When this bridge is built, no longer will the personality or ego rule. The fear of loss will fade away. Emotions will no longer control you. Thought forms will no longer limit you, and separation will no longer be seen. On top of that, a sense of creative purpose will be revealed simply in the art of being. This bridge is Antahkarana, or the Rainbow Bridge. The more individuals that build this bridge, the more peace and love humanity will be able to experience. So, how do we do it? There are many suggested ways on how the Rainbow Bridge can be built, but Antahkarana wishes to bring to you the yin-yang symbol. Antahkarana believes that this symbol alone can bring much guidance when it comes to building the Rainbow Bridge. The reason being that this symbol makes wholeness from duality. The Rainbow Bridge cannot be formed when the mind chooses to live in duality, but it must first understand it. The yin-yang symbol can generate that understanding, which is why it is so potent. Take a moment to look at the yin-yang symbol. What do you see? What do you feel? What does it mean to you? What message does it bring? Take the time to ponder this. We could all agree that this is a symbol that makes us think of peace, but only when viewed in its wholeness. If looking at one half of the symbol, the same feeling of peace would not be felt. The lower mind is represented by the two halves of the symbol. They represent many qualities, including masculine versus feminine, hot versus cold, light versus dark, good versus bad, positive versus negative, left versus right, fast versus slow. Now, imagine you could jump into this symbol, that you could pick a side to swim in, either white or black. It's your choice. Which one do you prefer? Which side do you choose? Now that you are standing with your fellow people in one half of the symbol, what do you see when you look over at the other side? If you choose the black, you see life in the black. You experience life in the black. You fight the white, for it is something you cannot understand, as it is not like you. It does not think like you or behave like you. If you choose the white, you have the same experience in the opposite direction. You see life in the white, experience life in the white, and fight the black, for it is not like you. It does not think like you, feel like you, or behave like you. Whichever side you pick, and whether you think you are good or bad, you are only seeing one perspective, and are therefore in the fight. Another interesting thing about the symbol is that whether or not you choose to be on the black side or the white side, you still hold a piece of the opposing energy inside of you, for the symbol does not let one exist without the other, even when you are in the midst of it. The black side within it holds a white circle, and the white side within it holds a black circle. Whichever side you choose to see with your eyes, your soul knows and understands the opposite at its core. And so, the judgments made by man or woman, either upon himself or another, are almost invalid, as we all hold the same energies. The higher mind is represented by the circle that encompasses both sides and makes wholeness out of opposites. The circle says, one does not exist without the other, and that even though they appear to be different, they are only different expressions of the same one thing. It is I that creates peace through loving, understanding, and uniting those that appear to be different. It is the fact that the yin-yang symbol sits in a circle that makes it peaceful and brings a sense of harmony. If we can get the opposing sides of the yin-yang symbol to intertwine in a loving dance, Antahkarana believes that the building of the Rainbow Bridge will commence. This bridge allows spirit to pour from the higher mind through to the lower mind and operate through the physical form. The more people that can do this, the more likely we as humanity are to overcome internal and external conflict and express love and wisdom. Can you take the upcoming time to get to know the yin-yang symbol? Can you look at the opposites and see how they are an expression of the same thing? Just like hot and cold are not different, but more so expressions of one thing, which is temperature. Can you begin to look at similarities as opposed to differences? Can you understand, but step out of duality and become the encompassing circle that unifies all? There is much more information out there on Antahkarana, and Maha always encourages you to explore further and see what may unfold.